Well, Family Day weekend featured the fun of a double snowstorm, and many communities are still digging themselves out. In our weekly chat with Mayor Marianne Meed Ward, we got an update on how Burlington is faring.
I have to give a huge shout out to our crews. They were ready for this. They have been working 24/7. And, we kind of had an idea that this year would be different than last year, where we didn't even have to get our snow shovels out. There was predictions that this would be a heavy snowfall year. They were right. And our staff proactively then commissioned some third-party contract support to be on standby. And thank goodness that they did. What's really important for folks to remember is that we do have a classification of roads in the city. We do the major roads before the cul-de-sacs, as you would expect. So if folks are still experiencing some snow, our crews are still out there. What typically happens on those slower streets, those more residential streets, is by the time our guys get out there, it's packed down. So they'll put salt or sand, depending, to provide some grit and keep it safe. So, and we do all of our residential sidewalks as well. So, that's a service that you don't get in most communities, including right around us. So, I live close by. I did walk to work today, and so I experienced the sidewalk shoveling. It was good. It was good. It was, yeah, I made it safely. We'll just say it that way.
First hand, or in this case, first foot experience.
There you go.
Very good. We are Canadian. This happens, I guess not every year, but it has happened this year. Hopefully the worst of it is done. We don't see any more of it, but it's good the city has handled it. All right. Now, in this case, not the city handling this, but it looks like cooler heads have prevailed here. We talked about a very controversial event that was coming to the Burlington Convention Center. It looks like it has been canceled. Can you provide a bit of an update on this?
Yeah, we just got news that an event at the Burlington Convention Center, they themselves canceled it. They revoked the permission to use their venue over the concerns that they heard from the community. So I just want to say a huge thank you to residents. You shared your concerns with me. I shared those with the convention center. And you know what? It works. So I just want people to know that when you use your voice, when you raise concerns, when you provide a rationale for why you're concerned, it can get results. So that has been canceled. You can go to my feeds to see that. You can go to the Burlington Convention Center. They have now officially posted news of the cancellation there.
Yeah, we're not going to name names here about it. Don't want to promote it, but nonetheless, it has been canceled. We talked about it last week here on our update. Now, something that has not been canceled, there's a town hall happening tomorrow. So despite all the snow, this is still happening. Tell me about where it is and the topics that seem to be bubbling for this one.
So this is the first road show with council town hall. So I'm aiming to do 6 of these this year. So I did that during budget, but they were so successful. And often people will come to a budget meeting and ask non-budget questions, which is totally legit. But we realized there was really some pent-up demand. So Councillor Angelo Bentavania and I are co-hosting a town hall in Ward 6, Haber Recreation Center, tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Bring your questions, bring your concerns. And I expect that there will be some conversation about Millcroft Greens development, an update on that. We, of course, asked for an MZO to preserve that golf course as parks and open space. There is an election going on right now. Residents are raising their voice about that, as am I. So I'm sure that we'll talk about that. There's, concerns in the community about auto theft. That I'm sure we'll talk about as well, what the police are doing, and whatever else is on your mind. So I'll give essentially a mini state of the city town hall. So if you missed the one at the chamber, not to worry. I will bring you up to speed on what we did in 2024, what's cooking for 2025, and then open the floor up.